Florida Times had decided to publish the Wike's matter on the $2 million property issue in the United States. The case now becoming a bit more interesting. Let's watch and see.
So we started with this petition against Wike. I think Wike thought it was a joke, but now it's no longer looking like a joke because the Florida Times has now carried the news of the 2 million naira alleged fraud money that Wike used to purchase properties as alleged by Omoyele Sowore. Remember, a few days ago, Omoyele Sowore wrote a petition against Nyesom Wike, the FCT minister, through Deji Adeyanju to the Florida authority to investigate him over the property he purchased in Florida with allegation by Sowore that he was using fraud money to do so. As an ex-governor, ex-minister, ex-chief of staff, and now minister of the FCT, which is equivalent to a governor. Foreign media now they give him attention. I'm sure now Wike go dey regret, say, why I even mention this guy's name? Because the truth is that whether you like it or not, Wike is a human being. So all these scandals here and there, it go dey affect him. If you claim hard guy, but at the end of the day, they regret now say, why I even go mention Omoyele Sowore in the first place? It is time for us to begin to test the law and the system, both locally and internationally, and believe that I believe that Sowore is already doing so through the petition.
So with Florida Times now taking interest in the matter and decided to publish it, I'm sure the attention of the congressmen in the U.S. government, or possibly the President of the United States himself, or the anti-graft agencies in the United States will now be interested in the matter and will decide to investigate it. Because generally, it's obviously going to be money laundering case and probably cases where they have defeated the financial transmission processes in the United States. So no matter how Wike denies this matter, I'm sure it's not going to be funny anymore, most especially if FBI or some other investigative agency in the United States decide to take up this matter, either on a governmental or corporate level or individual levels. Wike will definitely sweat on this matter. What is his name? Sowore has actually hit this particular one on the head. It's not going to be easy for Wike to wriggle himself out of this matter, as the more he tries to defend himself, the more it gets messier. And now the public is getting more interest. Apart from being in social media now, for renowned news agencies or news houses in the United States to decide to take on the matter, then it's not going to be a joke anymore. I pity Wike, and a lot of people are happy to see this matter go on and to see how it will end against Wike, because of how Wike has piled up enemies against himself because of his sarcasticity and his behavior in the public space. This is a very, very funny one, I tell you the truth. So with the way it is going now, no backing down, and I'm pretty sure no backing down. With the petition that, what's his name, the lawyer to Sowore has made, that is Deji Adeyanju, to the United States and to the Florida government, I'm sure that the matter is going to get to a different level where Wike will have to keep defending himself in the United States, not even in Nigeria, because whatever he said in Nigeria is not going to go anywhere. It's not going to hold water until he is probably taken up in the U.S. level and then probably invited to come to the U.S. to come and defend himself. Then we will see, because whatever Wike is telling us here in the face of self-defense is wash. That is the truth. The record in the U.S. is what is going to tell us the truth, whether he's lying or not. Saying that he didn't buy the property, or his parent-in-laws gave the property to his family, then his parent-in-laws will come and tell the world how they got the money, what has been their status financially and in the society. That is the question. And by the time the U.S. investigators bring out all the purchase records, then we'll see whose name is in the purchase record, and then we'll know whether Wike is lying or is saying the truth. If the name of the purchaser is Wike or his family, then we know whether Wike is lying. And then if the name of the purchaser is in that of his parent-in-laws, then the parent-in-laws will have to explain how they got $2 million to pay for a property in cash and then dash it to their grandchildren. Who then be? That is the question now. Who you be? What do you work? What your retirement status? What is your investment status? Those are the questions that will come to those people. I'm sure Wike is putting his in-laws into trouble gradually. It's not going to be a funny one. He think he's doing himself a favor, or I don't know how he think he's going to wriggle himself out of this by putting more trouble, putting more people into trouble. He has dipped his hand in palm oil and is robbing so many people with that palm oil. It's not going to be a joke. So let's watch how Florida Times will propagate this matter and how U.S. Government will react to it at the end of the day. The game is just beginning. We have seen how it's starting. Only God knows how it will end. So thank you for listening. Let's have your call.